Greetings, this is the monkey, aka the Dark Tuber, and the Fairy King. Say hello, Fairy King.
Hello once again.
We are coming to you for a stream of delicious frights for your delight. Streaming to you tonight before you all have a bite. Um, so we are going to be talking about two beloved classics, at least to us. And I honestly do not know if anybody did a stream on this before. I don't remember. I don't know why that popped in my head, but ever since the last one, where for like 4 times in a row, I kept having ideas of what to do. Then I kept looking and boom, 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 boom. People kept doing the same ones. And I was like, okay, okay. And then the last one, when I found out, and to correct the last one we did, it was not Tim that was doing the thing. It was the other one that was doing the stream on the that it was it was Mike that did the stream, and then the other guy did the other stream that I had originally thought of doing, but they ended up streaming it first. So I was polite and I did not do those streams. But I had like 4 in a row that you know. But but the fifth one is the one I did last, like most recently, because it was my original idea that I had the longest. But uh, yeah. So just wanted to correct the little mistake I said that it was not Tim that did that had the even though he never mind my mind's but 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 yeah so the but yeah so I'm not trying to bash on anybody. I just was not gonna do a comment or a thing in the other messages, or what do you call it, the thing in the stream where the description. But the thing I wanted to say is so this stream is about Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. Um, I I have an interesting history with this film. I actually first got introduced to this film, I think, by I actually was shown this in school. How about you, Fairy King? Is the Fairy King having technical difficulties?
I'm here.
Uh, what I was saying was, how did you first see it, Fairy King? The original Monsters Inc.
I first saw it on VHS.
Oh, I too watched it on VHS, but it was so. What happened was that in the school where I went, um, the teacher brought in this huge contraption that had this huge TV on it. She rolled it in, and it the contraption that it was on below the huge TV. I mean, those were the TVs that weighed a ton. If you had to carry it, it weighed like 60 or 80 pounds. It's one of those huge ones that you could even sit in the back of the classroom and still see it perfectly. Um, the below it was a VCR player, and it was a huge one. So so she played it, and it was, yeah, it was a wonderful film, and I really liked it. It was interesting. I mean, a tad boring, a tad, but I really loved how Randall got what he deserved in the end. How about you? Fairy King, are you there?
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
okay. Do you do you need to go visit the fairy bathroom?
No.
Okay. Well, Fairy King, what did you think of it when you first watched it?
I thought it was intriguing.
I um I actually prefer Monsters University better, even though I prefer the ending of Monster Inc. as the best part of Monsters Inc. besides besides something else we'll get into later. But if I'd have to pick a best section of the film, I would say yeah, I would say what happens to Randall was my favorite part, my favorite section of the entire film. But and they're going through all those doors. But like when when Randall's doing that thing. But we'll get to the scary part later on. But but what was your favorite part of Monsters Inc. Fairy King?
All the scenes with Boo.
Uh, Interesting fact about her character. The they actually the actress was so young when they shot the film. They just put her in a room full of toys and had the boom mic follow her, and they just recorded everything she said, and then they the film around it. They wrote her part around it so that so that John Goodman and Billy Crystal was could actually hear, so they could actually hear what she was saying before, like so they could hear it in the recording booth. So they were hearing it for the first time, and they were actually responding to it, you know. So the girl never got any actual interaction with John Goodman or Billy Crystal. She, even to this day, she probably never got to even, you know, do any work with them. Uh, but the so all of her dialogue was improvised, and just like I said, they just followed her the entire time with a boom mic and just recorded all that. And I think they had some like an idea of like maybe they scared her at certain points to get certain reactions. but all the other stuff I think was just ad libbed, you know. Um, I actually think I remember that the reason why she called him Kitty was because she couldn't really say a lot of words. I mean, I think it took her, I think the longest to really teach her, I think because they ended up teaching her like one thing, and that was to say, Mike Wazowski. Because don't you agree? She really doesn't say anything else throughout the film except Kitty.
Yes.
So they basically taught her two things. And I think that's probably what took the most of the time. They probably got her during the beginning of pre-production and had to spend all the time teaching her a couple things. I'm pretty sure they taught her the Mike Wazowski, but I'm pretty sure if you listen to it, you could tell her voice was a little different, like older when she did that. But she sounds younger when she says uh when she says the word kitty. Don't you agree?
Yes.
That's because they uh because I think they wanted the actress at a certain age, and so they had her record those lines then. But you know how long it takes doing lines and post production and all that stuff. They probably waited or started her on the teaching till later because she probably could just. I'm pretty sure she had a cat, and that's how they found out that they wanted her in the movie. They probably, I'm pretty sure I remember that they had that her what do you call it, where they try out like screen test. I think she screen tested with the kitty, but they don't always show them. So, but I think I saw an interview or something with it, like one of those things. But the if anyone's interested, the boom mic part is on the DVD release. But I think so. It's been a while. Um, and um, but uh, in your opinion, what part of Monsters Inc. scared you, Fairy King?
I would say the part that scared me was probably uh when Randall was abusing Mike.
My part that I thought was scary to me, the part in the film that scared me was when Randall was invisible and he was choking Sully. But Mike is being such uh, a frustrated character that he ends up throwing something at uh, at him because he thinks he's just goofing off and ends up knocking Randall, and that's what I think is starts him to to do what you're talking about. I think it's been a while, but still, the film is really, it's just it's just the films are just a wonderful, miraculous duology of greatness that there's actually supposed to be before they came up with monsters. before they came out with Monsters University, there's actually another film they were going to do instead. Do you have any idea what it was?
No.
Remember in Monsters Inc., they talk about how they knew each other since like the fourth grade. Well, no, Mike said Sully was jealous of him ever since the fourth grade. Re- Uh, no, Mike did. Sorry, Mike told Sully in the locker room scene that Sully had been jealous of him ever since the fourth grade. Remember?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, remember he said that right before he used the deodorant.
Okay.
But or maybe it was after. I don't know. But and yeah, to anybody that watched my interview with Dell, you can tell that this is one of those times when I'm feeling like poop. Yeah, feeling like poop. That's when my mind's poop. Even though I had this live stream planned, but but the but the film that they were gonna do before this one, before the film they were gonna do before Monsters University was going to be Monsters Elementary. They were going to do that one as a prequel, but then they decided to do this one instead, the Monsters University. But um, but back to Monster Inc. Or Monsters Inc. What was your favorite character?
Sully.
My favorite character, I'd have to say, was Ross. I'm watching you, Zowski. Always watching. But I loved how they even had her do a cameo in Monsters University towards the end. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
She was part of the hazmat team.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, um, so what would you say your favorite part of Monsters University was?
My favorite part was when they strapped Mike to the disco stick and turned him into a disco ball.
Oh, I'd say my favorite part was when they're actually in the real world and Mike has the idea of reactivating the door by getting him to scare the camp counselors. And I really love that scene. It really reminded me so much. Uh, like it was a nod to me of the Friday the 13th films. It just gave off the vibe because I actually saw it in the theater. Yes, um, I I actually did, even though I was very young when I saw Monsters Inc. I did go to the theater to actually watch Monsters University. And it was an amazing experience. I mean, the colors on the screen at that size, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, seeing Sully larger than life, seeing the university, seeing that dragon, you know, seeing all those on the big screen and that scene in the real world, oh my lord, it was amazing. It reminded me of, it was like if Friday, it was like Friday the 13th, like on Friday 11th or Friday the 12th, or sorry, what I mean is like, it's like Friday the 13th without Jason, but they made Sully Jason. That's how it felt. It was amazing. I loved it. It was wonderful. And the best part is everybody at the camp survived. Their underwear probably did not from peeing in it, from being scared by Sully. But yeah, so yeah, but the yeah, so it was just a really, I love that part the most. And to be honest, they really have a really good heart to heart by the lake. Uh, don't you agree, the Fairy King? Oh, he disappeared. Hold on. There you go. What happened, Fairy King?
I don't know what happened.
Uh,
Yes, I agree with you.
well, can you say it again so they can hear?
I said I agree with you.
And what did you think of their heart to heart? Do you think it was, uh, did you, well, I loved their heart to heart, not as much as the scene afterward with the camp counselors, but I really thought their heart to heart was really well needed. That the whole film did not build up to their success. I feel it built up to that heart to heart by the lake. What do you think?
I think so.
Um, but like I said, I really loved seeing Roz again. In the end of Monstrous University. University. But she, like I said, she was in the hazmat suit. That was interesting. But um, but I have a theory about Monsters Inc. And the theory is that even though the character, the girl, no, no, even though the one, yeah, even though the character has memories of that one animal that he is in there. But sorry, my mind's just poopy, 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 poopy. You, you, you all you all know what it's like. You get this idea of a stream you're gonna do, and then if you feel like poop, sometimes people cancel. But no, I pushed through it, and we've been doing this live stream, even though I feel like poop. But for all of those who have made it this far, this is the beginning of a series we are going to do. and that is we're going to do one on spooky Disney or Pixar films. If we can think of one that's relevant and we both enjoy. But the stream will only last in between this month and July. So it should not interfere with everybody else's. So, wait. Yeah, well, I guess we could do October. No, 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 no. June, July should work. No, no, wait, 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 wait. No, no, no. We'll end in hmm. Well, hmm. We'll do this in the month of June. Yes, yes. Well, this series will end in June. Yeah. But so Fairy King, do you hope that they've been because they don't always tell us when they're filming something, but while they're still alive, if they still are, I think they are. If Billy Crystal and John Goodman are still alive, do you do you hope they have or have already gotten them to record a sequel?
It's possible.
Do you hope that in this year or next year? I mean, think about it. They could surprise us all and do a trailer saying this Halloween, go see monsters such and such. I mean, don't you agree? They really haven't started doing the Halloween movies yet. Um,
Yes.
well, um, um, well, actually, I think they did release one in theaters recently, but that was only one. But um, so um, so Fairy King, do you want to give these lovely viewers a update on on the Fairy Cove site?
Yes, we do have a new Oracle deck available.
So anyone that wants to have a new deck to use on Halloween or before that or ugh, on something else or I don't know, feel free to take a look at his site and sure you'll find other stuff that interests you. Um Fairy King, do you have anything else you need to say?
Yes, to all those who follow me on Instagram, or to all those who have Instagram, you can find my shop's link within the link tree in my bio. You can also find us on Facebook.
Not me. I don't do Facebook. I mean, how often do well if you really want to see this mug? I mean, imagine you logging into Facebook and then you see this mug saying hello. Yeah, don't really want that. But so yeah, but well, um, until next time, this has been the monkey, aka blah blah blah. This has been the monkey with and the wow and the fairy king. Yeah. Oh, I feel like poop.